name is Rachel McDonough, and this is my friend. Hi, I'm Savannah, and we're here at the beautiful Madison Square Garden for the big fight, and you are watching True School Sports.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and unfortunately, I came here to talk some boxing with thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, you're probably wondering, why is it unfortunate, Brendan? Don't you love us? Yes, I love all you guys. You're all beautiful people, but unfortunately, we got some bad news, as it's been said already. When it's been happened on last Saturday, Roman Gonzalez got robbed in a terrible decision of epic proportions. Like, he got terribly robbed against Roman Gonzalez, and I've already detailed that in one of my other videos, so go check it out. But I can't even believe I'm saying this. This sucks. It sucks that I'm saying this, but we gotta stay factual here because this is actually what's happening. Ring Magazine, okay? Ring Magazine. Oh my God. Ring Magazine has rated none other than Andre SOG Ward the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. Boxing's in a bad place right now. This is not good. Now, I've went very hard on Andre Ward in the past. I've said, you guys can go check the hits that I made, the True School Sports hits, and I call them hits because they're great videos. Andre Ward is a disgrace. Why Andre Ward is a disgrace to boxing? Andre Ward is delusional. What was the other one we made? It's just long videos where I just go off on Andre Ward and his fans, but and stuff Andre Ward's fans say, which my boy Alex over there. Andre Ward. Did he have great wins in the past? Yes, obviously, we know. Albeit he had boxed outside of the rules, and it was more. He looked more like John Jones and Chuck Liddell than he did, Andre, a A-level fighter with his elbows and clinches and headbutts. He really did a disservice to boxing with his performance against Mikhail Kessler, where he just straight up elbowed everybody. But people just kind of overlook that because Andre Ward is a nice guy. But no, we call a spade. Andre Ward is a guy that shouldn't be pound #1. To be quite frankly with you, and a lot of you guys, I know I'm gonna get a lot of Ward fans on here. I'm gonna get people that from the LDBC. I'm gonna get people that come to my channel anyway, just to anytime I make one video about Andre Ward or Wilder or Mayweather. He doesn't deserve to be pound #1, let alone maybe on a pound-for-pound list, because there was a lot of discussion in the air about the fight, about him maybe beating Kovalev. That's number one. Number two, even if he beat Kovalev, and he hasn't fought anybody else. He beat Kovalev. I don't want to take it away from it. A win is a win, I guess, if you want to go by that standpoint. But it wasn't a win that was clear, and it wasn't a win that you could say, wow, it wasn't one of those wins that left you in awe. Like, at least for Roman Gonzalez, you can say, wow, well, when he fought Sosa, when he fought these top guys ranked at 112 pounds, he was blowing them out, and they weren't just good performances, but they were great performances. So at least for Roman Gonzalez, there's ways to justify him being pound-for-pound #1. At least with Golovkin, there's ways to justify him being pound-for-pound #1. Or maybe Lomachenko, or maybe Crawford. But with Ward, there really isn't any way to justify him being pound-for-pound, because the reason he got credit for beating Kovalev in the first place was because he was graded on a curve. He was graded on the curve, and it really was all about him making it to the belt. So, is Andre Ward being pound-for-pound #1 a good thing for the sport of boxing? Absolutely not. It's terrible, because number one, he didn't beat Kovalev. He didn't earn that victory. He didn't take the belt from the champ. That's number one. And two, he just hasn't beaten top-level competition at that level, in a long time. It's been since the Super 6, and people are still using the Super 6 and including what he did all those years ago, when, quite frankly, there's no case for him anymore. It's hard to build a case for him being on the pound-for-pound list if you take away the Kovalev fight, which many people thought he lost. I believe it was 80% or 70% of people ringside thought he lost. So, with that being said, it's terrible, man. It's terrible that Roman Gonzalez got robbed, because now we are left with arguably, and I say arguably, the most undeserving pound-for-pound fighter, pound-for-pound king in the history of boxing, Andre Ward. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I really don't want to go any further into this. I think it's terrible for boxing, and I think Gennady Golovkin should be #1, or Lomachenko, or Terence Crawford. One of those three should be number 1. I mean, if you want to say Roman, if you want to actually go by what happened on paper, Kovalev lost, Roman lost, fine. Maybe you have Andre Ward 2 or 3, that's fine. Although I highly disagree with it, but either Lomachenko, Crawford, or Golovkin, those are really the only acceptable 3 pound for pound fight kings you could have in boxing. Any one of those 3 choices I'm fine with, but Andre Ward, absolutely not. So that's what it is. My boy, and he comments on the channel a lot, so whether he subscribed or not, I don't know. But he comments on the channel a lot, so Easy Does in 1980, he wanted me to do a video about Andre Ward Andre Ward being pound for pound king by Ring Magazine. There it is. Don't really have much to say about it, but I still got my thoughts out there. So let me know what you guys think about the comments down below. In the comments down below, what do you think about Andre Ward being pound for pound number 1 on Ring Magazine's newly updated list? Roman Gonzalez drops to 4 on the list. Do you agree with Ward being number 1, or do you think it should be Golovkin, Lomachenko, or Crawford? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dane. So until next time, take care, guys.